Welcome back to D-Tank TV studio here at Tent London. It's a pleasure for me, Max Fraser, to welcome Edward Tadros to the stage. Edward's from a company called Ercol, who are exhibiting here at Tent. Edward, tell us a little bit about Ercol.
My grandfather started the company in 1920, and we've been kicking around. We must be the oldest company here by about 1,000 years, so we've been kicking around for quite a while. I'm the third generation of the company. We're still a family-owned, family-run company. We make a whole variety of furniture, a fair spread of stuff.
Ercol has got a sort of phenomenal following. There are a lot of collectors, particularly for the older vintage pieces as well as the new pieces you're producing today. Do you have, as a family member, any inclination as to why that is?
We've been kicking around a long while. I suppose it's familiarity. This is very much the same piece of furniture that you buy now as you would have bought in the 50s. It seems to go down through generations. What we really want is, we often find people remember it as their parents' furniture with a fondness of that time. We want to have a fondness of it now, which is the hurdle for us at the minute, I think.
And what are some of the challenges that you face or encounter day to day running a business of your sort?
The biggest challenge, I suppose, is in the marketplace, in selling furniture. There's a huge competition. Competition in furniture and in competition in what people spend their money on. It's too easy to say I have a new flat screen TV or an iPod, and I'll leave the sofa. The sofa's okay, I'll leave it for another year. There's a huge competition in the way people spend their money.
But of course now society has kind of built this, we're in a kind of perpetual motion of newness all the time, that everything has to be bought. As you referred to before, everything's new. Boom, And how do you handle the pressures of the consuming society that we are today?
I think maybe there's a change happening, that people have a perception of the value of things and the value of nice things and well-made things that's lasting longer than they would perhaps have expected a while ago. I think we have to rise to it by, if you like, this is premium, it's the black. We're doing it in the matte black, which looks lovely, but it's always been in a clear lacquer. And I think it's a way of reinventing things and re-inspiring people's interest with the idea that it will last. I mean, I think you ought to have the feeling that you're buying things, or I'm biased, I suppose, but there ought to be the feeling that you're buying something because you like it, and it will last.
So of course here we are sitting amongst Ercol furniture. We decided to change the studio for this particular interview, seeing as Ercol is exhibiting next to us. This is a really classic, a real classic example of Ercol furniture in my eyes, and I think many people associate this particular design with a very slender spindle back as being very Ercol. And in that respect also a very British design.
Yes.
Do you think that there are certain characteristics of British design that you could talk about? Yes, I mean, the very strange thing, I suppose, my grandfather's Italian, and he designed in English designs, and he had this sense of the Englishness of design. I mean, some of the very obvious traditions of the wheel-back chairs and the bent beech. I suppose it's simplicity, it's a sort of harmony of shapes, and the shapes between things, the way the shapes relate to each other. A lot of English furniture has been very ornate, but the basis, I think, is very clean line, very simple. There's a lot of competition amongst furniture nowadays, and sometimes it's probably quite difficult for you to communicate the fact that these are indeed hand finished and so on. When people are sceptical of the cost of certain things, in light of, I suppose, the IKEA generation, if you like, where well, I can get that IKEA for 100 quid. So that presumably is a challenge for you and your sales team. How do you overcome that? We're trying to get people to come and see it being made. I don't think people have any conception of how complicated furniture is. How complicated it is to make it, from drawing it and designing it to making all these the right length, they all fit. And yes, we're not inexpensive furniture for sure, but we think you get a lot of value for it. But it has to be illustrated and expressed and shown. We try and have the best trained sales staff, our own sales staff, and in the retail stores. That it's way more expensive than IKEA, but you're getting a lot for your money. You're getting a lot of time and care.